Rhedona Rose's remarkable career in Farm Bureau spans nearly 4 decades, but her story and her eventual involvement and love for the organization began before she was born.
I'm from Upper Cumberland originally, and my father was Farm Bureau President in Smith County before I was even born. My parents met through Farm Bureau. They were in the Smith County Young Farmers and Homemakers at the time. And that's how they met, and in fact my grandmother's family was involved in helping get Farm Bureau started in Smith County, and some of my great uncles were on the board in the very early days of Farm Bureau. Farm Bureau's just always been a part of our life.
Growing up on the family farm in Smith County, Rhedona excelled in 4-H and FFA and served as a state FFA officer. She earned her bachelor's degree in agriculture from Tennessee Tech University and then her master's degree from Texas A&M. She became the first ever intern with Farm Bureau under Murray Miles in 1986 and was hired full-time to work in the information department along with serving as a research assistant in government affairs.
In my very first 2 days with Farm Bureau, I went to 2 different policy development meetings, a Monday night and a Tuesday night. And so they were very long days. And I was like, wow, these folks never stop. But I was bit. I was bit by the bug. I loved what Farm Bureau stood for and people.
Lots of words in agriculture.
One of the early roles Rhedona had at Farm Bureau was helping to establish the Ag in the Classroom program, something she has always remained passionate about. And then in 1995, she was named director of what became public policy, and that's where her legacy was perhaps solidified. She worked tirelessly to share Farm Bureau's mission with policymakers and government officials.
You know, there was a TED Talk that was pretty popular a couple of years ago, and you probably remember it, and the guy talked about, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? And, you know, I like to think that that's important at Farm Bureau. Why do we do what we do? But I would take that a step further than he did and say it's about the who. Who are we doing it for? And who's involved? And that's all about the people. And we can't ever forget who it is that we are here to serve. And that's the people of Farm Bureau, and the way that they step up and say, I want to be involved, I can be involved, and knowing that working together, unitedly working together, they can make a difference.
Those favorites say aye.
There's no doubt Farm Bureau has had a long-standing appreciation on Capitol Hill, but Rhedona's passion and attention to detail took that respect to another level among lawmakers and decision makers. And that desire to help improve Tennessee agriculture and bring the industry closer together has been a driving force throughout her extraordinary career. Her knowledge, work ethic, and strategic planning have been a blessing to all. And without a doubt, Rhedona Rose has left an indelible mark throughout our Farm Bureau family and beyond.
You know, I think it's been a great career, but there are some other things I want to do. I was a big Mary Tyler Moore fan growing up, watched her show every Saturday night, wanted to be her one day when I grew up as well. But I think she's the one that said, you got to quit living at work and start working at living. So I'm going to start working at living.